point. So we'll see. I'm supposed to have like another set of fucking triangles coming off this, but I'm not sure about that yet. So what we got? Salting spree. It's fine. Medical treatment. Seal Y. Boomerlope hunting. Or boomerlope popping. That's fine. Are you coming up to... Can you extinguish that fire? Clark's having a tantrum. I would say they're probably going to have some tantrums because they're all probably a bit hungry. And that is a legitimate issue. Can you go activate that? I know everybody's mostly good at the moment, but I want to get on top of this before they have their full tilt fucking mental breaks, because it's very hard to bring them down once they're already mostly mental breaking. But if I can do it before they kind of get to that stage, it's a lot better for everybody. Fire starting spree, that's fine, just don't do it inside. Although we do have fire foam poppers inside a lot of places now, so yeah, good luck with that pumpkin. I don't know where she was. I should have gone and seen. But she'll be right. Alright. So, oh, she's inside. And she's setting the wood on fire in the fucking kitchen. Cammy, mate. She is gonna make a right mess in here. I don't have a lot of those in there, so I do hope that she kind of fucks off out of the room. It'd be really funny if she couldn't actually set shit on fire because it's already, like, got the fire stuff on it. I don't think she can. I saw her just try. Hold on, is it that she can't actually set it on fire when it's covered in it? Because I saw her try to hit that on fire. And she's tried it again. Okay, so that's cool. I didn't know that happened. So, no, don't load game. I want to save game. When the fire foam popper goes off, they can't keep setting shit on fire in that area if it's covered in it. That's cool. I also like the fact that she's covered in it too. So, oh no, she cleaned herself. I'm gonna say, I'm like, that could be helping. Could be literally what was doing it. I just want to keep an eye on her for just a second because I know she's trying to set this on fire and I'm just curious. Because as long as she's in here, she can't set it on fire. It does make this place really dirty though. I just want her to leave. Okay, she's decided she can't set anything in here on fire. Can you clean the kitchen? Gas. You're going to be in here for a while and Salon and Lily. Yeah. Go ham, mate. Gonna get a lot of food poisoning out of that. And she's setting shit on fire in the corners, which I don't actually have, I don't have things to not catch fire in there, so we'll see how that goes. Everywhere else is pretty much good. There she goes. I'm like, it's like she's not even managing to set shit on fire. Anyway, that should probably be fine. I did save just a moment ago, so shit goes south, we should be right. And are we building any of these things yet? Mostly just needs EMP stuff, so they must have already put the metal in all these, if that's the case. Or that's all it needs, is EMP shells. Which, if that's all they need, we've already used up a lot of them. And I don't see them in here. So, do we have... We're making components. Do I have anybody working at these? Fire starting spree, kangaroo, that's fine, go for it, love. Alright, it could be just a matter if we don't have the components to make the EMP shells. Looks like she might be... She's hauling steel to a fire foam popper, that's fine. Alright, who's in the area that could do some stuff? What about you, Dosweb? We can't really do crafting. Toad does cooking. I don't know why you're over here, mate. Hauling wood to granite small shelf. Is it a resource issue? Yes. Okay, we just don't have the resources for them to do the cooking. That's fine. Okay, so my cooks are currently kind of getting around doing stuff, which is interesting because they can't cook at the moment, even though I have sufficient benches and butchering tables and stuff. So, I know Megasofts have a chance to attack. Let's try to get some... Oh, fucking Gosha's ready to go. Alright, mate. You're a daytimer. And you're recruitable as well. Alright, we might get both of them at the same time. So, which wouldn't be too bad. No drugs. I don't mind getting a couple at the same time. And I sure as shit don't want to... Really, I don't want any more prisoners for a while, you know? I would be quite happy with the fucking 302 overall colonists that we'll have once What's-His-Face decides to join. So I don't feel like we require more at this time. Honestly, the 302 was a little bit much anyway, but we did lose a couple of people the other week. Okay, so you can do hunting. The problem with that is I don't really have much for you to hunt. I do have a shit ton of stuff for you to clean. Let's get you some crunchy skills. Because you don't look like you can do a lot else. I don't really want you to do researching and you can't do doctoring. So what else can you do? You can do construction, but you're kind of a low skill. So I don't have a lot of things for them to make. But if we do have the availability, they can go ham. Like, they're gonna get these skills eventually. If something's available, they'll go work on it. So that should be fine. And I'll need to allocate some guns and shit. So the only problem with, like, this first crop of spring is that all of my animals will eat it. So I'm not really getting a good chance to harvest a lot of things outside. But it is allowing me to harvest a lot of the things that we have got inside. So that is where this is becoming beneficial, is that I have got food. My people can take the food. They can go and train them. My animals are being fed. My animals should be reproducing without miscarriaging, which means we'll get animals to cull, which means meat. And we will have more food and stuff. It's just, it's very slow going at this size colony. And that's where they apparently set the other pile on fire. I was going to say, I'm like, I know one of them went off before, but anywho, so we got like 94 rice. Odd, you know, very, very low. And the caravan that's coming back has got food, but not a lot. Also, I'm not really worried about the Megasoft because, yeah, it's in the middle of the turrets. Somebody was unhappy nudity, but I think that was somebody that's just putting clothes on. So I might... Maybe for the sake of it, I was just thinking I don't usually like to pause the group, but I was thinking for getting everybody a weapon, it could be maybe faster. We'll see. We'll see. So I just got to find out, do you not have a weapon? If you don't have a weapon, are you a pacifist? If you're not a pacifist, like Dali's a medic, I need you guys to go get your ass a weapon. Happens like every so often. Let's get you that axe. I feel like that's gonna do some good. I also have some good EMP blasters in here. So most of my colonists, as in probably roughly 200 people, should have a weapon. And I'm not loving that a lot of them have like pillars and spears and shit like that. But, you know, a weapon is a weapon in some senses. But as long as everybody has got one, I'll just zoom out because we are zipping around a lot. As long as everybody has one, because when I inevitably get attacked, I'm going to want them to have had a weapon on them. And it's a little bit fucking late by the time you get attacked, you know? Go equip that. Next person up. Hold on. Sasha, I know why you don't have one, because you keep having mental breaks and getting put in hospital. You also had a really nice weapon at one point. I don't know where it went. I was going to say, I'm like, I also know why you don't have one. It's the exact same reason. Any of my people that do mining that don't have a weapon, I know what happened. They fucking get so angry, right? And then they Manatee, poor Manatee. All my people are covered in fire foam popper. It's just so ridiculous. Anywho, I'm going to just try my best to give everybody a weapon, if I can. So we're up to Vulture. It's going to be a little bit of back and forth and a little bit of trying not to overlap somebody's weapon. McJolly doesn't have one. McJolly, I do hope, will die in battle. I kind of almost want to give her, like, armor and shit. But I just like giving her, like, a good minigun. If I give her, like, a sniper rifle, she would last a lot longer. But, yeah, there's a few people, like, Barrel. I could fix them. I could use like healing mech serums and stuff and like legitimately fix them, and then they would be great in the colony again. But like, I'm not that stressed about it. They normally have like excessive number of tantrums, which is why they don't have medical privileges. Alright. Nitro's actually good. I kind of don't want you to have that. I know it's good for like when we're up against the mechs, but I'd rather you kind of swap that over. I'd rather my like level 5s kind of have the EMP guns. I don't mind like 1 or 2 people having like a really good gun. Like Emmy has like consistently had that. I don't think she does. She doesn't do hunting. She doesn't have animals. Alright. Shooting, you got a gun. Yeah, I just wanted to take Nitros out of there because I don't like putting him up at the front when we have to go up against mechs. Nitro is the very first colonist that decided to join us. I think it was like a crash landed, you know, and yeah, I'm kind of like still trying to keep him alive if I can. You've got a gun. You could do it for melee, Kimmy. You're also a medic, so you should really have probably a decent fucking Gladius or something, you know? Alright. You don't have one. I gotta admit, since this is a lot clearer, this is a lot easier to find weapons for you guys. There's actually an excellent sword there, but Snake ain't getting that one. You got a gun, you got a gun. You're right. I do need to go check on what the colony cats are doing at some point. I don't know, there's OG Campbell. Alright, there we go. I knew it was fine. I was gonna say, I'm like, I know he's in here somewhere. I've seen him. I just haven't seen him for a while, but I know he hasn't died, you know? That's just how it is in my colony is. I know they haven't died. I know that they're around here somewhere. I was thinking Campbell and Canberra. That's where my brain was going. And I couldn't fucking find him earlier. Yeah, you can have that. Alright, this is also going to disrupt a few people that are kind of doing other stuff in and around the colony, but this is okay. By the look of it, they're doing a lot of clothing. Which is good, but I also don't need that much gear here. I should have also got rid of all the bi-coded stuff, I think. We did that. I'm pretty sure we got rid of all the bi-coded stuff out of here. Melee, Fuentes. Yeah, I'd like something better than a spear. I'd like to give you like a Gladius or something. I do think that the spears are fine. It's just that I rarely come up against battles where like I realistically need like the swords and stuff. Honestly, if I can have like a firing line of like a lot of gunners, it's usually a little bit better. It usually gets rid of my enemies faster. Get you the assault rifle. You carrying around a fire foam. I did get you to carry that on purpose because I wanted to see what it did. I don't recall buying it though. I'm really curious when I got that. You can have that instead. And inspired recruitment jet, that's fine. Alright, hold on. You are... yeah, you're about a 7. I'd kind of rather you have something better than a pistol, mate. The pistol is probably legendary. No, it's just a good pistol. Okay. Because I was going to say, I'm like... unless it was my only gun, I would not have equipped a pistol unless I didn't have much in the way of like guns, or if it was a legendary, of course I would have equipped it. The only problem I've got here is they are piling up clothes and I can't see my shit. Honestly, I'd rather you have that. Oh no, wait, hold on. There's a sniper rifle right there. You can have that one because you're like a half decent shot. You got a sniper rifle, you got a weapon. Asora is stretching in her donut. You're a pacifist. Got a gun. Yeah. there really shouldn't be too many people that don't have a weapon on them, just out of interest. It should really just be like a few people that have had tantrums and or fights here. I should really get that Emmy a better fucking... She's got a club, for God's sake. But it's fine, I guess. And I do want to replace like all the pillars eventually. The only reason why I haven't done it, I love seeing this, by the way, the giant migration of animals going to food. It's fantastic. I'm so glad I put fences on my fucking hydroponic rooms. Yeah, I do think that like my colonists should have like plenty of weapons. I just, like, the pillars are okay. They will kind of do a ranged attack, sort of, a ranged melee. But I don't know. I'd like to replace them with like solid weapons at some point. Like, just tell them at some point, hey, everybody's got to drop this specific weapon. And then go replace it. Like, go find who dropped it and give them something better. I kind of might give Bombay one of these EMP blasters. I'll give him an excellent. Yeah, give you an EMP blaster. I know that you can do hunting and stuff. I'm pretty sure you can do hunting and animals. I normally kind of give the EMP blasters the ones that can do hunting, but unless I've got like a better gun in here, because I kind of want you to have like, there is a bolt action. I know you're right here. Just equip the bolt action. I was gonna give him EMP blaster because I'm like, that's not that high. Normally if somebody's about a 5 and they don't have animals, I do want them to have that. Could you imagine if at some point I accidentally told my colonists to all drop their weapons? God, it'd take me fucking forever to get them all back. You need something better than a revolver, mate. There are a couple of LMGs in here. They're not like the best, but they gotta be better than a pistol if you're gonna go hunting and shit. You're all like a 4. You're a 4 and you kind of got a bit of animals. I reckon Camrod can have one of these EMP blasters. As long as you can do a little bit of shooting. I don't want to have like a fuck ton of colonists that have like that specific gun. Or like, you know, can't go hunting and shit, you know. But I do want to have like a reasonable number of colonists that have something better than a short range like pistol. If they're gonna go shooting. Like this hippo's got a revolver, for fuck's sake. Like, I get it. I ran out of guns at one point, but we have guns now. I do think my people have been making guns. I just gotta check at some point what they've actually been making, because I'm noticing we're not getting a lot of I like getting the miniguns. Miniguns and sniper rifles. I like both of those. And while a lot of colonists do have them, Senma, where did you lose your gun, love? You're one of our insane shooters. I do want to find you a really good... I'm looking for something that's like an excellent, but I don't think I have any excellents left. So I just have a quick look. Getting a lot of normals. I'm seeing some goods. That's a normal. I think that's allocated. There's a good... I don't want you to have something like that. There is a normal bolt action. You had a sniper rifle. I reckon I gave that away already. You're going to have this normal one instead. This bolt action rifle. Yeah, thrombo horn. I also do have the option to just use thrombo horns for melee weapons. Like really fucking tank melee weapons, to be fair. Because I have a shit ton of thrombos, right? And they do like reproduce pretty frequently. I just don't generally cull them that often. Although we should have an auto cull set up now. Now that we have a sufficient number. The only problem I've got is when they decide that they are going to tame them. And, you know, like, yeah, okay, they're born tame and shit. But I mean, like, you know, when they decide that, oh, I'm going to go and give that one a fucking name and bond it and shit. Yeah, we keep getting that happen, which is not what I want. Like, I don't really mind, but like... I really just need a few, young culled thrumbos, you know. A few thrumbo horns, a few pelts, a bit of meat, that kind of business, not more buddies. I needed more melee. Let's give you that. Alright, so we got shoot frenzy, go frenzy, inspired recruitment, that's fine. Where am I in this? That's a fucking good question, isn't it? I don't see which one's highlighted. I'm probably only on the second row, honestly. Dark eyes normally I think up here somewhere along this end. Fuck knows. I'll just know when it gets back round to whoever the fuck we started with. I vaguely remember, like, I'll remember when I see them, but I won't remember, like, immediately. But the good thing is, like, most of my colonists have got guns. Let me zoom out while I'm doing this. Oh, hold on. You didn't have one. And shooting. No, Azula's stretching. And somebody's having a big old punch up. So that's happening. Give you that. Alright. Oh, you got a pistol. You got a normal revolver. There is also the chance that some of these people came with their very specific weapon. And I am actually, like, changing which ones they have, which is fine-ish. But, yeah. I don't 100% know. Like, oh my god, I need to get you some fucking more... Okay. We'll have to come back to Choco and get her some fucking shooting skills, because holy shitballs. That would be why you have a pistol. Now that I'm looking at it. You don't have a melee weapon. You're coming in to relax. We'll get you to get to that after you have a relax. That was actually Canberra, so yeah, we're up to the end of the line. We're here. Well, shit. That went fucking fast. Hold on, there was a gun in there. Hold on. That's a normal sniper rifle. Well, I found Sentiment's gun, although you can use it. Alright, you can have that. I like that he's already found a bed. Okay, so yeah, we've just gone full lap, I guess. I do think they've all got weapons. And do I have a shooting one in here? Intellectual, crafting, social, intellectual, construction, social. Fuck. No. Damn. I was gonna see if I could fix up Choco's shooting skill because she can't shoot for shit. But that's fine. I will see if I can give one of the last two. You, what is your stuff? You're not incapable of it. You can do construction. We'll get that skill up pretty fast, probably. Although, if you can do crafting... Hold on. I don't super want you to learn intellectual stuff. But I'll get you to learn... Honestly, I could get them to learn the construction, realistically. Learn intellectual. I'll give you crafting. Because I've already said that you can do that. Which one's crafting? Get that one up a little bit higher. So that should give you a bit... Oh no, that was art. There we go. Is good enough. Alright, Canva can do other shit, so I'm not worried about that. What about... Also, that cat better not be... Okay, it's cat 3. And Shadow's got inspired surgery. So, what can you do? Because Kit Kat should be able to recruit you like any second now. You do artistic, medical, social, cooking. You can actually do a fair bit. Honestly, I love how like Cody's just up here chilling. So let's see, who else can I give? Like I said, I could give what's his face more construction skills. I'm looking for like the ones on the ends here. Like Gilliam, somebody set something on fire. Recruitment at temps will begin. Nice. Okay, well you can do mining, you can do a little bit of construction, you can do social. You'll get your mining skill up like lightning fast in this colony, so I'm not too worried about that. Although there isn't a lot that you can do construction wise. Where are you? There. You can do plants, animals. You already can do quite a lot of construction, crafting, social. I could up Cypress, social, and underground steel. Nice. We will get to that in a second. Hold on a second. who are my top wardens out of my colony? Hold on, when I can get to the top of my page. Okay, Cypress, Seahorse, Corpsey. Labia must be in that group. And Lasagna and stuff. You guys should be like a 13 and above. 12, you've gone down a bit. You've gone down to 12, 12, 13, 13. I had a 16 earlier. I thought Lasagna was rocking a 16 on this, but okay, if that's the case, I don't mind. I use Corpsey a lot. And I reckon when you wake up, mate, I know Cypress is kind of like the go to do this, but I do look for Corpsey way more often. So what I want to do, I want to give you one of these. I actually don't know how many is here for this. There's only 2. Okay, so if I give you one, I normally do Labia, but Lasagna, Silverware, they've all been like making the slack up here. What's Silverware at? She's got like other skills she can do. I kind of want to make Lasagna a little bit stronger socially. Because Corpsey will go from like a 13. He should go to the top. And Cypress is already kind of high enough up there. Nasan's not somebody I go looking for. Rolf is definitely not somebody I look for. Fuck it, I might just give Lasagna the other one. I think that was that one. Yeah. Okay, so what else we got? We got construction. I have 2 constructions. Okie dokie. So let's have a look at who's my, like, we're looking for the weaker construction lot here. Actually, fuck it. Put it on that order. I would have thought that this would put them up a bit higher. I was looking for somebody that's kind of a bit weak on their construction. But what have you got? You got a 6, 6. Well, the 6s aren't too bad. Enyo should be a lot higher. What happened to your construction, love? Construction weeks down to 5. Fuck it. Weeks and Enyo can get their cheeks in here when they wake up and they can go get it. I know it's not like the most obviously best people to go do that to, but these people are people that should be able to fucking build shit, and they have obviously let their skills atrophy, so I don't want that. I've got 2 more intellectuals to go, and then all the neurotrainers will have been used up. Oh, finally, these guys are back. Nice. I was wondering when the fuck they would get home, and I want them to bring the animals in so then I can dump the food out in there and we can get it hauled in. I know it would probably stay on them for a little bit longer before it expires. Nice to eat even when raw. This is why I'm growing berries. Venomatic power cell. I don't even know where I want to put that yet. I'm not entirely sure. I also see that we've got some issues with components. So, well, hello, Gas. What are you zipping around for? Have you got bionic legs? No. You just like to move fast when you fucking feel like it. Cool beans, mate. Let's see. Make components. They are not limited or restricted. I'm not seeing any names on it. Advanced components already hit the wall. These ones are making components forever, but I've only got 1, which means somebody is bagsing it. You do that shit forever. Xenas and Confusion, that's fine. Same with this. I need at least 2 separate people on these benches because otherwise one person will bags it and then nobody will work on it. Like if somebody's asleep, they won't work on it, and I need people to be building shit around the clock here. Yeah, bitter. I will make some armor later. I'm kind of excited to make armor here because the whole point of why, like, we made some helmets and stuff at the last location was a bit of protection. We made mostly weapons. We made sure everybody had a weapon, and everybody does in fact have a weapon. And we have some steel caps, but everything else, we don't really have armor, and everybody's just like dropped their armor. I also can't tell if this is the same night or next night, so I can't remember if I'm supposed to call for a trader. I'll wait till like daylight or something, because like I've been doing a lot of stuff and I haven't been paying attention to in-game time. Also, where are these guys? Taking them in. They're gonna take them in through the fucking housing, of course they are. They could have honestly walked in from over here